Chapter 6: Reproduction, the Generating System. Reproduction is a biological process by which new individual organisms, called offsprings, are produced from parents. It is a fundamental feature of all known life. Some organisms reproduce differently in different situations. Example: Paramecium under favorable conditions undergoes splitting into two to give rise to more of its kind. In unfavorable conditions, two Paramecia come into contact and form a more tolerant body. Time required to reproduce is different in different organisms. Environmental conditions also influence reproduction. To understand how fast a bacterial colony can grow, let us take the example of Lactobacillus, which is responsible for curd formation. Take 2 bowls of milk with one bowl lukewarm and the other bowl cold. Take a spoonful of curd and add it to both the bowls and cover. Notice curd formation in both the bowls. We will find that the bowl with lukewarm milk forms curd faster than the cold milk. Curd formation happens within hours, which means bacteria reproduce and multiply very fast. Let us look at the major modes of reproduction. The known methods of reproduction are broadly grouped into 2 types: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual mode of reproduction. An individual can reproduce without the involvement of another individual of that species. This mode involves a single parent. There is no involvement of gametes. The different methods of asexual reproduction are fission, budding, fragmentation, parthenogenesis, and regeneration. What is fission? It is the separation of the body into 2 new bodies. Fission may be binary fission, in which single organism produces 2 parts, or multiple fission, where a single organism produces multiple parts. Binary fission is a type of asexual reproduction observed in prokaryotes and a few single-celled eukaryotes. There is separation of parent cell into 2 new daughter cells. If this separation occurs transversely, then it is transverse binary fission. Lactobacillus in curd formation undergoes binary fission. Multiple fission occurs among protists and is common in some parasitic species. The parent cell divides several times to give rise to numerous daughter cells. The second one is budding. It is a type of asexual reproduction where a new organism develops from an outgrowth or a bud at one particular site. The small bulb-like projection is called a bud. It is commonly observed in yeast. When the buds fully mature, they detach from the parent body and become new independent individuals. The next one is fragmentation. Fragmentation is a common method of asexual reproduction in which an organism is split into fragments. Each fragment develops into a matured organism. It is also known as splitting. It is observed in fungi, algae, etc. Let us understand parthenogenesis. Development of an egg into a complete individual without fertilization is known as parthenogenesis. It was discovered in animals by Charles Bonnet. Parthenogenesis may be natural or artificial. Natural parthenogenesis occurs regularly in the life cycle of certain animals. It may be complete, incomplete, or pedogenetic. Complete parthenogenesis is obligatory. It occurs in those animals which breed only by parthenogenesis. There are no males, and therefore such individuals are represented by females only. Incomplete parthenogenesis is found in those animals where both sexual reproduction and parthenogenesis occur. Example, in honeybees, fertilized eggs gives rise to queens and workers, both of which are females. The unfertilized eggs develop into drones, which are males. Pedogenetic parthenogenesis occurs in larvae. Natural parthenogenesis is also classified based on the sex of the offspring. Arenotochy. In this type, only males are produced. Teletochy. In this type, only females are produced. And Amphitochy. In this type of parthenogenesis, egg may develop into individual of any sex, male or female. Then what is artificial parthenogenesis? In this type, the egg is induced by physical or chemical stimuli to develop into individual of any sex, male or female. Parthenocarpy is the formation of fruits without the process of fertilization. It leads to development of fruits without seeds. Plants that show parthenocarpy are pineapple, banana, cucumber, grapes, orange, etc. Animals that show parthenogenesis are the rotifers, arthropods, insects like wasp, beetles, ants, bees, arachnids like spiders and mites, some vertebrates like the Caucasian rock lizard. Another type is the regeneration. It is a process of renewal or ability to replace damaged part. Many organisms have the ability to give rise to new individual organisms from this body part. It is also a type of fragmentation. Echinoderms, crayfish, and some reptiles and some amphibians exhibit regeneration. If the limb or tail has been removed, the tissues will regenerate. The removed limb can itself regenerate into a new individual. This is regeneration. Vegetative propagation. It is an asexual method of reproduction occurring in plants in which a new plant grows from a vegetative part of the parent plant. Vegetative part is the root or the leaf or the stem. Reproduction using leaves. Leaves can be used for reproduction like in bryophyllum, which is a plant where plantlets grow from buds present on the marginal notches of the leaves. Stem is the vegetative organ which supports the leaves and flowers. New plants can arise from nodes. This is where buds are formed which grow into new plants. Runners grow horizontally above the ground. As these runners grow, buds are formed at the nodes of runners which later develop the roots and shoots, resulting in formation of new plant. Example, the mint plant. Roots. New plants emerge out of swollen, modified roots known as tubers. Buds are formed at the base of the stem. Example, sweet potato, dahlia. Bulbs are shortened underground storage structures. They are stems that are enclosed with fleshy, concentric layered leaves. Bulbs produce smaller buds. The lateral buds develop into a bulb. Example can be observed in tulips, lilies, onions. Let us understand artificial propagation. The methods of artificial propagation that we will study are cutting, layering, and grafting. In cutting, plants are propagated through stem cuttings. A portion of the stem containing nodes and internodes is placed in moist soil and allowed to take root. In some species, stems can start producing a root even when placed in water. Example, rose and hibiscus can be grown by artificial propagation of cutting. The next one is layering. It is a method in which a stem attached to a plant is bent and covered in soil. Jasmine and bougainvillea can be propagated by layering. Grafting. It is a technique that vegetatively joins two plants into one. Grafting is the act of placing a portion of one plant on the stem of another plant. The part which provides the root is called the stalk. The added portion is called the scion. Grafting is used to obtain a plant with desirable characteristics. It is used to propagate improved varieties of plants. Next, let us understand spore formation. Spore formation is a method of asexual reproduction. The parent plant produces hundreds of reproductive units called spores. Spore is a reproductive cell capable of developing into a new individual without fusion with another reproductive cell. Spores are microscopic, tough, resistant bodies which can grow into a new plant in suitable conditions. Spores are produced by fungi like Rhizopus and Mucor, few bacteria, and some non-flowering plants like ferns and mosses. Bacterial spores serve the purpose as resting dormant stage, helping to preserve the bacterium through periods of unfavorable conditions. Among fungi, spores serve a function like that of seeds in plants. In the fungi Rhizopus, spores are stored in a spherical structure called sporangium. When these sporangia burst, the spores are scattered by rain or wind, and under suitable conditions, they will develop into a new Rhizopus. Among plants which have a life cycle of alternating of generations, spores are agents of asexual generation. They are produced by the sporophytic generation. Plant spores give rise to the gametophytic generation. This is observed in liverworts, hornworts, etc. Let me show you some live examples. Here is an ajwain plant in my garden. Ajwain is Vamu in Telugu. The place where the stem bends and touches the soil, there you can see growth. So this will form roots and it will grow into a new plant. This is one example of vegetative reproduction. You can see where the stem has bent, there is new growth. And here you have fully grown roots also. You can see that place where it is grown roots nicely. The ajwain plant or Vamu in Telugu. I also have a potato which is a tuber and it is growing stems from nodes. The nodes are also called eyes. There are a few more eyes on the left side also. So each eye is growing into a new stem. And this is the money plant which is actually aerial, but when it is growing on the ground, it is taking roots wherever it is touching the soil. Please observe that there are roots where the stem is touching the soil. Those are all the roots which have grown. They will get fixed in the soil. Mint is another good example of vegetative propagation. It is a runner which is growing along the soil. Not many leaves here, but still you can see the stem growing along the soil and taking roots.